Dear students and parents, thank you for joining us on our live webinar today. We'll be starting shortly. If you have any question, you can send over your question through the Pigeonhole site via the QR code that is flashed on the screen, or join us during our live breakout session right after this webinar. We'll be starting promptly at 10 a.m. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kathy. I'm a lecturer here from the Singapore Maritime Academy, SMA in short. Once again, thank you for joining us for today's live session together with our lecturers and the students from SMA. We are one of the schools under the Singapore Polytechnic and one of the first schools that established in SP back in 1957. We are excited here today to share with you what maritime industry is to offer and the various career perspectives and how we prepare our students to be part of the vibrant maritime industry. Before we start the sharing from the panelists, let's watch this video on SMA. Please.
The maritime industry is important because over 80% of the world trade is carried by sea. The maritime industry is seen as an important pillar that continues to drive both the local and global economy. Singapore's strategic location and the contribution of maritime professionals, along with its highly skilled workforce, have brought us into where we are today, a global hub port and a leading international maritime center.
The Academy has been providing maritime education, training and nurturing young school leavers for the past 63 years. And this is through our 3 courses, namely the Diploma in Nautical Studies, Diploma in Marine Engineering, as well as Diploma in Maritime Business. Our lecturers are able to guide the students through the various career paths in the industry, leading to being captain of a ship, chief engineer of a ship, and also officers in the shore-based industry. Our students are exposed to experiential learning through the use of the waterfront facility, industrial attachment, and as we grow and innovate, the student will have the opportunity to be immersed in state-of-the-art technologies that we have in campus.
Here they provide you the foundation, and certainly with the commitment of the lecturers and the facilities, it has definitely given me an edge in terms of honing my skills and craft as a marine chief engineer. Today I'm a technical superintendent with Pacific Carriers Limited. So the maritime sector will never be a sunset industry. We are resilient and always rapidly hiring. People may not see the glamour in maritime, but if you take the leap, you'll definitely end up in a highly rewarding career.
I hope the video has provided you a very good introduction about SP and the course we offer in SMA. To help you better understanding about the courses and our school, I'm pleased to invite Captain Lim Yufa on stage. Good morning, Captain Lim. Welcome. Captain Lim is the Deputy Director of Course Management and the Teaching Innovation at SMA. Captain Lim, please.
Thank you, Katie. Good morning, everyone. Now, Singapore Polytechnic, SP in short, is a polytechnic for all ages. All right? We offer courses to students from the secondary school, from ITE, from JC, and also for working adults. Singapore Polytechnic was set up on 27 October 1954, making it the first polytechnic to be established in Singapore. Our SP mission is, as a polytechnic for all ages, we prepare our learners to be life-ready, work-ready, and world-ready for the transformation of Singapore. Our vision is a caring community of inspired learners committed to serve with mastery. Now, let me share with you some facts and figures on Singapore Polytechnic. In Singapore Polytechnic, we have 10 academic schools, and one of the schools is Singapore Maritime Academy. We offer 30 full-time diplomas, 3 common entry programs, and 1 Polytechnic Foundation program. Our staff strength is about 1,500, and our student enrollment is about 13,600 full-time diploma students. We have about 300 Polytechnic Foundation program students and about 62,100 CET training places. For student CCA, we have 109 student clubs. And SP being the first polytechnic, so far we have produced about 212,000 graduates. In academic year 2019-2020, we produced about 6,100 graduates. And as per the graduate employment survey in 2019, about 89% of our fresh graduates found employment, and about 94% of the post-NS graduate found employment. Now let me share with you some facts and figures about Singapore maritime industry. Maritime Singapore has been voted #1 among 15 maritime cities in global survey. We are home to over 140 of the world top international shipping group, and it contributes about 7% of Singapore GDP. All right, and we employ about 170,000 personnel. And lastly, over 5,000 maritime establishments are set up in Singapore. Now, as for SMA story, SMA was established in 1957, and until now, we have been established for about 64 years. In SMA, we offer 3 full-time diplomas, namely Diploma in Marine Engineering, where we take in about 120 students annually. We prepare them to work as marine engineers on board the ship or on land. Secondly, we also offer Diploma in Nautical Studies. We take in about 40 students a year, and we train them to become deck officers. And lastly, we offer Diploma in Maritime Business. We take in about 120 students, and they work in the shipping industry ashore. In addition to that, we also offer part-time diplomas and CET courses. We also offer professional courses to train them to get professional qualification, as you can see from the screen. Now, we work very closely with the industry to provide specialized courses, as you can see from the screen, with MPA, ICA, PSA, SCDF, and so forth. All right, and we work very closely with the industry to make sure our courses are relevant. And over the years, we have achieved recognition from the industry. We are very pleased to share this with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Lim. I believe our viewer now has a very good understanding of how maritime industry is and what we do in SMA to prepare the students for it. And if you have any question for Captain Lim, please submit your question through the pigeonhole. Thank you, Captain Lim.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Many of us probably do not know that maritime is a very important part of our everyday life, and almost everything we use was brought into Singapore by sea. Okay, to know how important the marine industry and who are the people in the industry, let's watch the next 2 videos. Please enjoy.
What are the things that hold us back? that stop us from taking the plunge? What would you venture into if you had no fear? What would you see if you widened your scope and looked a little further? Over 80% of the world's trade is carried by sea. From the clothes we wear, to the food we eat, to the bricks and steel that build our homes, everything links back to the sea. Singapore is home to one of the busiest ports in the world, connected to 600 ports in over 120 countries, with more than 130,000 ships calling at our ports, handling several 100 million tons of cargo annually. And just think, you could be a part of this. Embracing the latest technologies, turning ideas into possibilities, we can redefine limits. So chart your own course in shipping, port, or maritime services and be part of a team that creates change, which connects countries and brings people from around the world together. Take the plunge and be part of something bigger today.
Every year, important products such as steel and cement come through our shores, making up the building blocks of Singapore's infrastructure. That's where we come in to ensure that operations are carried out efficiently around the clock.
I work in the heart of the action, and I love technical challenges. As engineers, we study our tools and innovate for greater performance.
I ensure that our ships are kept busy 365 days a year and our cargoes are shipped safely.
I coordinate the replenishment of provisions, change of crew, bunkering, and facilitate the ship's entry and departure from the port.
You may find me looking out for human capital trends or reaching out to schools to recruit the best cadets for the job.
As a post-fixture officer, you need to have a good grasp of the charter agreement. Miscalculations will cause delays and a financial cost.
We help clients create a framework for their needs and guide them along the way until the close of a transaction.
My role is ever evolving. I ensure adequate insurance coverage for our clients.
People often think that money is the greatest indicator of success, but it's actually about finding the right partners to work with. I believe that Maritime Singapore is here to stay, and that it's all about building a better future together.
After seeing the video, I'm sure you must be very amazed of so many career options in this maritime industry. To tell you more about this career perspective and how you can get a head start in the maritime industry, with SMA, I'm going to tell more about our SMA courses. There are 3 diploma courses we offer here from SMA. The first one is Diploma in Nautical Studies, Diploma in Marine Engineering, the second one, and last one is Diploma in Marine Business. Okay, the first course I'm going to talk about is Diploma in Nautical Study. That is under the Direct Admission Exercise, DAE. Okay, so it is a very specially structured course. The student enrolled in this course will go through a 3-year cadetship program. You may ask me, what it means by cadetship program? Okay, for the first 18 months, the student will be on campus to study the fundamental subjects, as well as they will go through the extensive practical sessions in our full mission ship handling simulation centers. And after that, you will join ship in the next stage, second stage, for sea trainings. Okay, the duration is about a year. Okay, so the DIS students during the sea internship, they will have chance to observe and practice the operational routines as a real deck officer in the on board the ship in the real working environment. Okay, so after they finish a sea intern, they will come back to school, and the last 6 months we will prepare them for the Class 3 Certificate of Competency, CUC in short. So the certificate is issued by the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, MPA, and we work very closely with MPA in pipelining the future seafarers for the maritime industry. Okay, so upon graduation, our DNS students will receive 2 certifications, the diploma and also Class 3 COCs, which allows them to join the ship as a qualified deck officer. And I'm always telling my students, I say, once you join the course, you're not only joining a study, But more importantly, you're going to start your career right at the moment that you enroll. Okay, so let's take a look at the career perspective. So I mentioned just now about the COC certifications. So the student will join the ship as a junior cadet officer, Okay, so that is only the beginning of the rank. They will come back to SMA to get the Class 2 and the Class 1 qualifications after more sea time and the experience. So they will be promoted from the junior officer to the chief officer and then eventually the shipmaster. And as each rank of the promotion, the salary will also increase. And the increment of the salary is not only a few $100s, but almost 200%. Besides the attractive salary, I guess another very valuable aspect will be the soft skill part. The communication skills, decision making, strategy planning, and the leadership are the key for their job role. So that will prepare our students for the managerial roles in their later stage of the career advancement. The entry requirement for the DNS, that is under DAE. Okay, so I would like to highlight there will be an ISET required by STCW. So the test will be free of charge, which will be conducted at the SP Optometry Center. You just need to make an appointment with them. Okay, so the course is also open for the IT holders, IT graduates. Okay, if you are higher NATEC graduates, you need to have GPA 2. For NATEC graduates, you need to have GPA 3.5 plus GCE level or O-level qualifications. There are so many perks you can enjoy as a seafarer. High starting salary, good career advancement. And do you know, as long as you're sailing at sea, your income is tax-free. The second diploma here is the Diploma in Marine Engineering. Okay, it is a 3-year program with 6 months industry training. Okay, students from DMR can opt for seagoing or shore-based. So when they progress to year 3, those opt for seagoing will join the ship for 6 months of internship. Okay, those opt for shore-based will be assigned to the company such as the shipyard or equipment supplier or the shipping company, so on and so forth. Okay, DMR course I think is the most versatile course which opens a lot of career flexibilities. So during the course of study, students will be covering a wide range of engineering discipline studies. Okay, so some example, for example, you have mechanical subjects, electrical, electronics, and also naval architectures. Okay, so after they receive the training from SMA, the students definitely can find a lot of job opportunities in the marine industry. Yeah. Okay, so similarly to our DNS students, for those opt for the sea under the DMR, they will also have a chance to get the COC 5 class qualifications upon graduation. So there are 2, so diploma and the class 5 COC qualification upon graduations. And the career advancement shown on the screen, which is similar to our DNS graduates. Okay, so eventually they will be progressed to the chief engineer. Entry requirement, DMR is one of the choice under GAE. I would also like to highlight there will be a color vision test as per STCW requirement. This course is also open for ITE holders. Okay, the requirement, higher NATEC will be GPA 2 and the NATEC will be GPA 3.5 plus GCE N-level or O-level qualifications. The last diploma here is the Diploma in Maritime Business. It is a 3-year program with 6 months internship. So this program is a practice-oriented program which links the theory to a lot of hands-on and also the site visits. Okay, so that definitely will prepare the graduate for the shore-based job. So this is perfect for those who want to be part of the maritime industry but prefer shore-based. Yeah. Okay, so upon the graduation, the student will receive this diploma under DMB. Yeah. It is a business diploma but specialized in maritime. So students will study the subjects, those fundamental subjects under the business. For example, there are law, commerce, finance, so on and so forth. At the same time, they will be also introduced to the subjects which are specialized in maritime, such as logistics, bunkering practice, port agency, and there are so many of them. Yeah, okay. So entry requirement for this diploma is under JAE. There's no vision test required. It is also open for ITE graduates. For higher NATEC holder, you need to have GPA 2.0, NATEC holder, GPA 3.5 plus GCE O-level and all N-level qualifications. And we don't believe in keeping the students in the classroom. There are so many out of classroom learning experience and opportunities awaits you. Okay, so you can see those are the pictures of the founding memory our students brought back from the overseas trips. And the further study remains a popular choice among our graduates. Okay, so beside the local university options, you also have the overseas options. Okay, so I would like to highlight one. Okay, for our DME graduates, they can gain direct entrance to the final year of Bachelor of Science with honors with University of Plymouth. Okay, so you have choices of maritime business and logistics, maritime business and maritime law, and maritime transportation and logistics. With a strong foundation they built in DMB, our students are doing so well. This year, there are 39 DMB graduates has finished this course with Plymouth, and out of 39, 36 of them got first-class honors. And you can see there are so many choices and the list is not exhausted. Okay, so we know that maritime is a key pillar for our national economic. The government and also the industry partners invest a lot of money to encourage the younger generation to embark in this career. So some of the scholarship and the sponsorship are listed on the screen. And you can find more about this scholarship and sponsorship options through our SMA website. And in SMA, we believe in providing the authentic learning environment for our students. We have the state-of-the-art simulation centers and the advanced technology such as VR to let our students have a feel of the various scenarios on board the ship for both deck and also engine. Let us walk you through the facility through the virtual tour. Please.
Hi, welcome to the Singapore Maritime Academy, or SMA, one of the schools at the Singapore Polytechnic. Here we are in front of Block T1A, where the SMA main office, classrooms, and also the Maritime Business Centre are located. Let's check out our first stop for today, the Maritime Business Centre. We are now in front of the Maritime Business Centre, located at level 6 of Block T1A. The Maritime Business Centre is designed specifically for the students in the Diploma in Maritime Business. It consists of 1 instruction station, 5 studios, 1 IT lab, and 1 debrief room. In this learning space, which is modelled after the offices of actual shipping companies, students have the opportunity to actively learn through role plays of various shipping scenarios. Students will be presented with case studies and given specific roles in their groups. Groups will be seated in their respective studios, each representing a stakeholder, a part of the case study. Instructors will observe how these groups handle the given situation and interact with one another from the instructor station. This experiential learning strengthens their analytical and problem-solving skills, think critically on the scenario-based case study approach, and develop strong knowledge of the maritime industry and usage of IT skills. Let's now head to the Integrated Simulation Center, the building beside Block T1A. We are now standing in front of the Integrated Simulation Center of Singapore, or ISC for short. This unique building houses various labs and simulators belonging to the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, MPA, and also SMA. Let's take a look inside. Here we are at the Full Mission Ship Handling Simulator. This simulator offers different realistic scenarios for training of ship officers and crew in a risk-free environment. Students will experience first-hand state-of-the-art technology employed for seafarers training and ship operations via sessions on the navigation bridges. The facility consists of 5 navigation bridges, 3 instructor stations, and a briefing room. The instructor stations allow instructors to input various weather elements, sea conditions, and types of vessels during the simulation training. Let's step inside one of the navigation bridges. The navigation bridges have a horizontal field of view and are fully equipped with the latest navigational equipment. Bridges are equipped with computer-generated image (CGI) system to create a highly realistic environment using LED displays. The simulator facilitates bridge watchkeeping principles and procedures, electronic navigation system integrations and operations, bridge teamwork and management, and other areas of training. Our next stop is the Full Mission Engine Room Simulator, located at the same floor of the ISC. The Full Mission Engine Room Simulator consists of comprehensive, realistic, interactive, and dynamic systems that simulate real-world ship propulsion plants. It is housed in a purpose-built complex to support the following learning objectives: exposure to the latest techniques in data acquisition, presentation, and control, interactive experience with fully integrated and dynamic systems, familiarization with operational routines and procedures, process analysis and condition and performance monitoring, and failure management and loss prevention. We are now standing at the control room. Now let's explore the ship's engine. You are now looking at the engine room, which has 3 levels, which houses various machineries to keep the ship moving. Let's move on to the last simulator, the Advanced Engine Room Simulator. The new Advanced Engine Room Simulator consists of a classroom with 1 instructor station and 12 student stations, which are programmed with 3 different ship types ranging from a very large crude carrier to a container ship. The Advanced Engine Room Simulator is the latest design that uses a very highly realistic scenario and environment to optimize the students' learning experience. This system offers a 3D virtual engine room environment with the standard equipment typically found on board vessels. Besides enabling the instructors to create normal shipboard exercises for the various types of operation in the engine room, emergency scenarios like fire or flooding can also be simulated realistically. We have come to the end of our virtual tour here at SMA. There are many other facilities to explore. We look forward to having you in person here in campus. See you soon!
If you have any question for our presenter, please submit your question through the Pigeonhole site while the QR code flashes on the screen. Besides just hearing from the staff, I believe you also want to hear from our students. I'm pleased to have 3 students from SMA sharing about their life in SMA and also the industry attachment experience. Let's watch the next video.
My name is Muhammad Zulfikar. I am 23 years old this year, currently pursuing Diploma in Nautical Studies. Being in this course was a childhood dream after hearing stories from my mom about my late grandfather, who was also a seafarer. So after listening to his experience, the places he got to visit, experiencing different cultures, like visiting places that you really can't describe because of how beautiful it is. You can only manage to see it only like in the internet, but being able to experience that yourself is something different. To achieve my dream, I started my seafaring career in Singapore Maritime Academy. SMA is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities to help us with hands-on learning, so it's not just theory where it gets really boring. The Integrated Simulation Center houses various simulators such as the Navigation Simulator, which is equipped with similar equipment like on a rail vessel. This simulator is used to practice on navigating a vessel safely from one point to another, as well as performing duties as an officer. There are also the radars and radio communications equipment at the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System Simulator. SMA also has other facility called Polymarina, which is located at West Coast. The facility is used for one of the modules, which is Personal Survival Techniques. It gives an understanding on the main types of maritime emergencies, the correct use of survival equipment, particularly life jackets and inflatable life rafts. There is also basic and advanced firefighting course that we have to understand the risk of fire on board and how to minimize this, as well as learning how to fight and extinguish fires and search for and recover casualties. We also learn how to use firefighting equipment, which includes personal breathing apparatus and the safe use of fire extinguishers. The main highlight for this course will be the 1-year sea time or internship, where we will be sailing on a vessel to train and learn the duties of an officer as well as experiencing the life of a seafarer. With the internship period, the different facilities that SMA has for better learning hands-on and the modules or courses we have to attend are the reasons why I feel my course is unique. I have completed my internship with PACC and I was on board a bulk carrier, and I've learned a lot with the help of amazing officers with regards to safe navigation for the vessel and cargo operations. I was able to visit a lot of countries such as Brazil, Mexico and Canada. Apart from that, I was able to see the beautiful sunrise and sunset and the stars covering the entire sky at night while on duty at the bridge when the vessel is making way at sea. It personally gives me motivation to continue learning and made me appreciate how beautiful the world is. The highlight of my internship is to be able to travel to different countries. The skills that I learned during the internship will help my ability to adapt to different environments and challenges I may face when I join the maritime industry. Additionally, I will attain both a diploma and the internationally recognized Professional Class 3 Certificate of Competency qualification that allows me to sail as a certified seagoing officer worldwide, and thus led me to join this course. One day, I will reach my goal to be a qualified ship captain.
Hi, my name is Natasha and I'm from the Diploma in Maritime Business. I'm 18 this year, and some cool things about myself is that I love sports and anything to do with the outdoors. Since I was young, my parents would always take me out to East Coast Park during the weekends, so I would always see those big ships from the distance, and I've always been interested and curious to find out more about them. I think it started when I attended open house back in 2018. When SP hosted this open house event, and all the students that just finished their O-levels came to SP to take a look and see what courses they wanted to join. And I came across this Diploma in Maritime Business that really piqued my interest. Because, like I mentioned before, I always wanted to know more about the ships that I see at East Coast Park. I guess whenever I see something that I'm interested in, I would love to go and learn more about it. Yeah, I attended the SP Open House in 2018, and the seniors actually gave a really good introduction of what the course is about. In maritime business, we learned a lot more about what goes on in the maritime industry. Put this course as my first choice, and I got in. Yeah, so something cool about this course is that we do our internship in year 2 instead of year 3. So we get to apply what we learned in the real world to our schoolwork, which is very useful. I was very lucky and blessed to have been given the opportunity to do my 27-week internship at North, the market leader for container shipping. My bosses are wonderful teachers, and because of them, I was able to receive 2-star awards from North during my internship. It was truly an experience of a lifetime. They even asked me to come back after graduation, and I have plans to do just that. After my first year in DMB, I realized that I love the way this course is coordinated, and I think that all the modules are really in the curriculum to provide an in-depth understanding of the industry. If I had to single out one thing that I like most about the course, is that we are given the constant opportunities to grow in not just knowledge, but skills too. I still have vivid memories about the visits to Jurong Port and shipping companies for our school trips, and how the basic survival course was conducted at Poly Marina, our school's waterfront. SMA gives us the chance to grow and excel in what we do by opening doors for us and providing us with more than enough knowledge before we graduate. And with that being said, I want to continue my journey in the maritime industry and become a part of the next generation of maritime professionals.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean. I am 20 years old and currently a final year marine engineering student studying at the Singapore Maritime Academy. I enrolled into Singapore Polytechnic through the Polytechnic Foundation program back in 2017. At the present moment, I am doing my internship with NYT Ship Management. Since I was young, I would hear stories from my grandfather, who was a radio officer for an offshore company, Jardine Offshore, and my father, who was a deck officer for shipping companies such as NOL and Maersk Line. Their experiences out at sea, the countries they visited, as well as the fun times that they have experienced has definitely left a profound impression on me. Another incident whereby I was further educated on the marine industry was back in 2013 when I was a secondary 1 NCC cadet. I attended the Singapore Maritime Academy Reach Out program on seeing how fun and unique the education and training is at SMA. I had a rough gauge and knew where I wanted to further my education after secondary school. So we come to the present moment whereby I'm already in marine engineering. Many of my peers have asked me what's so special and unique about this course. Well, let me tell you guys. So in marine engineering, we have a lot of hands-on modules and practical sessions. Workshop modules benefited me the most as during my current stint with NYK as an engine cadet. Most of my daily tasks consisted of overhauling, troubleshooting, and repairing of various machineries and pipelines. I was able to get a head start in doing all these tasks due to what I was taught in school. I had the chance of attending the Maritime Experiential Learning Camp. Students will know it as the MEL Camp. On board Genting Dream, a 335-meter long cruise ship. On board, we learned about the various departments of the ship from the respective crew members, where they did a sharing session on their jobs. The second trip that I went for was back in 2019 when I was a Year 2 student. I was selected by SMA to attend a week-long immersion program in Toba, Japan. We spent 4 days on board a training ship, Toba Maru, with lecturers and students from the Toba National College of Maritime Technology. So that was the first time I saw and learned how the engineers of a vessel work together to keep the vessel moving and operational. In 2019, I applied and I was awarded the NYK Maritime Scholarship by currently this company, NYK Ship Management, a Japanese shipping company. So with this scholarship, I was able to secure a cadetship as an engine cadet at NYK. That is the reason why all this shipboard learning and training is possible. I am currently working on board NYK's first ever conversion project, an FSU conversion project. So an FSU conversion project is where we take an existing LNG tanker such as this and we convert it into a floating storage unit. Another experience whereby I learned a lot was when, I think about a few weeks ago, the vessel experienced a blackout at around 12 midnight because of a faulty wiring. So at that moment, all the engineers were activated, including me, to jump into action. So what we concluded was that we had to manually run our auxiliary diesel generator, which was on standby thankfully, to supply electricity to the whole vessel as soon as possible. All in all, it was all a very exciting experience and I definitely have learned a lot from that particular night. I will definitely continue to sail with NYK as a marine engineer, perhaps to the rank of chief engineer hopefully, and then maybe I'll come ashore. I'll try to look for jobs whereby I'll be in ship management, maybe as a technical superintendent or a vessel manager. I've also considered education, whereby I would love to take up the role of a training manager or cadet training instructor to mold the future generations of seafarers. Well, this is the end of my sharing session. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
That's indeed great sharing. Now we have come to the live Q&A segment. I've on stage the panelist, Captain Lim. Captain Lim Yufa is the Deputy Director of Course Management and Teaching Innovation at SMA, who was with us earlier on. And we also have DNS third-year student Zulfikar. Welcome both. Okay, you can continue to send your question through the Pigeonhole site. Let's get the first question. Okay, what are some of the shore-based jobs for DNS graduate? And are they bound for offshore job? Maybe this question, Captain Lim, can you address?
Okay, there are three answers to this question. Firstly, for DNS students who have obtained their diploma in nautical studies and also obtained their professional license, COC Class 3 deck, we strongly encourage them to continue to sail so that they can get their Class 2, COC Class 2, and subsequently followed by COC Class 1. Once they get the COC Class 1 deck, that would be the pinnacle of their career. There are many jobs available to them. They can sail as a ship captain on board the ship, or they can work in the shipping industry. There are many job roles they can take up. For example, as a shipping manager, operation manager, they can also go into ship broking, ship management, ship chartering. There are many jobs. Okay. Now, part 2 is that, however, if a DNS student, after completing the diploma course, does not wish to continue sailing, he can work ashore. All right, he can work ashore. Okay, and there are also many jobs available. They can join the shipping company to be in the operation personnel, because in the shipping company, we also need people who are familiar with the sea. All right, so these people, because this DNS graduate, they have the sailing experience, they can contribute to the companies. On top of that, they can also work as ship planner, they can work as a ship agent company, ship management company, and also in ports and terminal. So there are many jobs ashore.
That's really amazing. There's so many pathways for them. Thanks, Captain Lim. We have the second question here. What are some courses students in DNS can pursue in university? Or maybe you can further add to just now the question?
Yes. As I've mentioned earlier, for DNS graduates, we strongly encourage them to go and pursue COC Class 2 DEC, followed by COC Class 1 DEC. These two qualifications are professional qualifications, and they are very highly demanded in the industry. For your information, the COC Class 1 DEC is equivalent to a degree. All right, so with that, you can get many jobs ashore. In addition to that, with a COC Class 1, you can use that qualification to go and do your masters in NTU or in foreign universities.
Thank you. Okay, we have the next question. Is it true that DNS students have to wear uniforms come to school? Maybe this one, give to Zulfikar.
Thank you, Ms. Katie. Yeah, it is true that DNS students need to wear uniforms, which is the one I'm wearing right now. The thing is, this uniform is not only going to wear it during school hours, but once we start working on board as a navigating officer, we will be wearing this uniform as well. This uniform represents like the responsibility that we are shouldering as a navigating officer, or even in school we are training to be a navigating officer. So we wear this with pride, and also it is part of our, we can see this as a professional etiquette. Yes.
You look really smart in the uniform, Zulfikar.
Thank you.
Okay, please continue to submit your question through the pigeonhole. We'll try to answer as many as possible live. If we didn't manage to answer live, you may leave your name and the contact email. We'll address it after the live show. Okay, so we have the next question. How do you apply for the nautical study under direct admission exercise? Okay, maybe Captain Lim, you can address this question.
Yes. To apply for the nautical studies under DAE, which is direct admission, the student will need to, can come to SP, all right, had to go through an eyesight test, okay. In addition to that, the student need to fill up the DAE form, all right. So with this eyesight test, with the DAE form, and also the required documents, all right, they can submit all these documents for the DAE application.
Thank you, Captain Lim. As I mentioned just now during my presentation, you need to make an appointment with the SP Optometry Center for your eyesight test. And also, if you wish to find more about this DAE application, you can go to our SP website. Okay, let's go for the next question. What other subjects are covered under the marine engineering courses? Okay, maybe I get this. So, as I mentioned just now, marine DMR course covers a very wide range of engineering discipline subjects. So that including the mechanical. So in year 1, they will study the applied mechanics. In the second year, they will study the engineering mechanics, and also the electrical, electronics related subjects, as well as the naval architecture. So the students really will have a chance to get in touch with all these engineering discipline subjects. At the same time, I would say more than half the time the student will be spent in the workshop and also the engine room simulation center to practice what they have learned in the classroom. So that really puts our students in the advantage when come to the next stage and looking for the job. Yeah. So what's the next question? Do we need to know how to swim? Okay, so that's a very interesting question. Maybe this one, I will direct this to Captain Lim.
The short answer is no. You don't need to swim to apply for any of the maritime courses.
So there's not a requirement for the application. Yes. So, okay, the next question. How many kinds of scholarships are there available for the students in DNB and the DNS? How are the students considered for the scholarships. Yeah. So Zulfika, yourself, have you applied any scholarship?
For me, I am currently in under TMSS, which is called the Tripartite Maritime Scholarship. This scholarship is together, which is by MPA and also by the company itself. So through this scholarship, they will sponsor you your course fees, and also during your internship, you will be doing your internship with the company itself. For example, for my company, it is called PCL. During my internship, I will be with them to complete my 12 months time, and afterwards, as I continue to do my COC3, COC2, and COC1, I will be with them all the way. So in a way, this scholarship secures my future and also the future fees that I have to do for my COC, which is a good thing for me. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I just add on to Zulfika's answer. There are also a lot of scholarship and sponsorship opportunities for the shore-based students, such as DMB students. So I flashed just now in the presentation, there is the Maritime 1 scholarship. Those are the scholarships also available for the shore-based students. You can also go to our SMA website to find more information about the scholarship. Okay, let's go for the next question. I'm really interested in joining SMA. Oh, that's good news. But how do I know which course should I take? Should I take nautical study or marine engineering? Captain Lim, do you want to address this question?
What I can share is that the Diploma in Nautical Studies course prepares students to be trained as deck navigating officers to sail on board the ships. All right. Now, on the other hand, the marine engineering course prepares students to work as marine engineers, either on board the ship or in marine engineering companies. All right. So the student can take into consideration their interests, their strength. All right, to find out which course is suited to him or her. All right. In addition to that, we encourage the students to visit our website and also talk to us so that we can answer any of their queries.
Thank you, Captain Lim. For your information, we have the live record session right after this live webinar. You can join us in the live Zoom record session later. Okay. So the next question, must marine engineering students wear jumpsuit and come to school? Oh, the answer is yes or no, because you are not required to wear the jumpsuit every day and for all the classes. But instead, if you have the class in the engine simulator, yes, you are required to wear that, as a safety requirements. Okay, next question. How may I know if adults are eligible for DNS? I believe the answer is yes. Captain Lim?
This one would be, we have to refer to the minimum entry criteria. All right, this is listed in our website. Okay, and both for the different type of student, all right, whether they are from secondary school, ITE, JC, or working adults. All right, so we have the criteria in the website, and we also take into consideration, beside the academic performance, we also take into consideration their working experience, relevant working experience. All right, if they need any information, they can always get in touch with us, and we will do our best to clear any doubt they have.
Thank you, Hasi, for the question. I hope Captain Lim has give you the answer. You can always join us later on in the record session. Hasi, I'll see you later. Okay, the next question. How are the intern working hours like for DMB students? Heard we can't do shift work. Is that true?
Most of the intern working hours would be in line with the company working hours, because the interns, when they join the company, they are treated like just any other employee. All right, so they will follow the working hours of the company. All right, it is not true to say that they cannot work shift work. All right, as I said, it depends on the working hours of the company.
Okay. The next question, is there internet on board the ship? Zulfikar, I'm also very curious, how you get in touch with your family and friends on board the ship during your internship?
Okay. There will be internet on board, of course. Most of the vessels, I think nowadays all vessels, the company will provide Wi-Fi on board the vessel for the crew to contact their family members who are at home. However, there are certain data limits you can also use for only, for example, for my vessel, you are given 100 MB for 4 hours, which is actually more than enough for you to like, if you make a call or even text your family members. Or if my ship is, or if the future DNS students, if they are at port, they can go shore and they can also purchase a local SIM card, which is sometimes mostly they have like 5 or 10 GB. You can video call them, you can video call your family, you can call your family or even use your social medias. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's good, you know, you can like contact your family lah, and also you will be happy like doing your internship on board. Yeah.
That's really amazing. The technology really make the world become smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the next question. Will we learn swimming during the course if we do not know how to swim? Okay, Captain Lim, you want to address?
Yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, it is not mandatory. All right, it is not a requirement that you must be able to swim before you join the course. All right, so after you join the course, if you wish to swim, I suppose you can always take up a swimming lesson on your own, all right, or you can visit the swimming pool on your own, all right, to learn to swim. It would be good if you know how to swim.
Yeah, I understand there's a BOSST subjects for the DNS students and the DMR students. Maybe Zulfikar, you can share a little bit more what you learned during the BOSST module.
Okay.
Yeah.
So BOSST module is basically all the survival techniques you'll be learning in an event of when there is an emergency and you have to abandon ship. So you will learn the basic techniques, for example, how will you abandon the ship in a properly manner, how you will be in a group when you are in water, donning of life vests, how do you don the life vest properly, and swimming techniques, which is called the caterpillar, whereby you and your other classmates or colleagues will be joining together and swimming together to a certain, for example,
this is a life raft.
Like a life raft that you have to join. Yeah, you will swim together. There's a lot of things also you will learn for BOSST, but for me, I don't know how to swim, honestly. So,
but you can survive at the sea.
Yeah, you can survive at the sea. These are the important things that you need to know lah.
All right, thank you. The next question, I'm planning to have a Navy career in the future. Will SMA help me in the future to achieve this? I understand there are quite a number of our graduates. Eventually, they join the Navy. Maybe Captain Lim, you can take this question.
Yes. By taking up courses in SMA, you will learn a lot of things about navigation, about ship's engine, and all these are related to Navy. So this information would be useful to you if you wish to apply to the Navy. We have many past graduates who have joined the Navy.
Yes. Okay. The next one, is there any uniform for DMB? So far as what I know, that is not a requirement. No. Yeah. No, the answer is no. No uniform requirement for DMB course. The next question, please. Okay. We're working on ship. Do bunkering operation contribute to the sea time? Okay, let me rephrase the question. I guess the question is, if the student or once they graduate, they want to clock the sea time, does the bunkering operation part contribute to the sea time? Okay, Captain Lim, you want to take this question?
Yes, as long as the student is signed on the ship, all right? So his stay on the ship will be counted as part of sea time, regardless of whether the ship is moving or stopped or taking bunker or during cargo work. They are all counted into the sea time.
Okay, we have so we have come to the end of the Q&A session. I hope we covered most of the questions that you sent. Okay, so thank you, Captain Lim and Zulfikar, once again for joining us on the live show. And I hope this has been a session, enlightening session for you, and also eye-opening to the vibrant maritime industry. Okay, so if you have registered for our live breakout session, please proceed by clicking the link that has been sent to you via the confirmation email. We have come to the end of today's live show. Thank you once again for joining us. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.